If you've been out in these YouTube business streets for any significant amount of time, you've likely come across the videos of one Myron Golden. He's a business coach, speaker, and author of such books as From the Trash Man to the Cash Man and Boss Moves. However, you've likely heard of his monthly Make More Offers challenge and have probably wondered if taking his challenge is worth the investment. You are about to watch a segment of a conversation I had with my wife, Dion, during an episode of my podcast, The Kenn Rashad Show, where we discussed the trip we took to Tampa, Florida to attend Myron's Offer Mastery Live and the impact it had on our lives. Check it out. You and I, kind of on a whim, decided to make a trip to Tampa, Florida.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We did that.
So for those who may not be aware, the Mrs. and I are extreme fans of one Myron Golden, who is a well-established entrepreneur in the industry, and he is also a man of Christ and teaches utilizing biblical principles. The man is phenomenal. And we had seen so many of his YouTube videos to the point to where it literally become must-see TV whenever we got finished doing whatever it was that we doing at the end of the day. And here we are looking at this black man looking like a slim Santa Claus. And I don't.
I believe you just called him.
Yeah, I don't take that the wrong way, Myron. I mean that I'm just being funny.
He works out.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said a slim Santa Claus. So I told you, and he had his Offer Mastery Live, and I said, "Baby, I'm going." And you said, "You ain't going by yourself. I'm going with you."
I did.
And we took that trip, and I think it's safe to say, because I've said this to a couple of people too, that you and I, the people who went to Tampa, were not the same people who returned from Tampa.
Correct.
So if you don't mind, I know how it impacted me, but talk about how it impacted you.
Well, more than anything, what it did is that it woke up my purpose. God placed us all here for a reason and a purpose. And sometimes we don't always walk in our God-given purpose. Sometimes we see a slither of it and we walk in a slither of it. But we don't trust God enough to walk in the whole purpose that he has for us. And what I identified when I went to his conference was I was only doing a portion of my purpose. Mm-hmm. I wasn't doing my purpose in full. And when you allow God to really and truly use you, to touch the people that you're supposed to touch, to help those that you're supposed to touch, now you're walking in your full purpose.
And it's amazing. We were there. It was a 3-day event. Mm-hmm. and I remember people saying, we were literally done with day one.
Oh, day one was enough.
And I'm not going to say how much we spent for the event, mm-hmm. but we had to pay that times 2.
It was worth it.
But it was worth. But that was the thing. We not just you and I, but there were people that we met there, other couples who made the trip, and we all agreed that if this day had this event been a 1-day event, mm-hmm. it would have been worth the money. It mm-hmm. was that impactful. Mm-hmm. And we can only imagine what's going to happen over the next 2 or 3 days. Mm-hmm. And for those of you who may not be aware, there's also a link to Make More Offers Challenge. And there is a link in the description. By all means, if you have an opportunity, make the investment, Make More Offers Challenge. And I guarantee you will find value in taking the time to enroll in Myron Golden's Make More Offers Challenge. Like I said, the link is there. Register. And of course, if you do decide you register, you will obviously help support the channel. But if you don't mind, babe, just add a little bit more to that, because it's one thing to learn it. Mm-hmm. It's another thing to apply it.
It is.
So talk about, I mean, is it safe to assume? Yeah. Talk about
applying. So going in, to the challenge, you get all of this great information and you're just pumped up and you're excited. But then you get back and you sit at the table to really put all of this into action. And what I realized is I had to put some things to the side and bury some things that were stopping me from moving forward. And what I mean by that is it was my mindset. My mind was telling me that I couldn't do it. My mind was telling me, does anybody even want to hear what you got to say? My mind was going through all of these things when in actuality, he gave the playbook of everything that needed to be done. Writing the ebook, and I've even started a leadership booklet, and writing the book. I mean, those are things in which I can actually do, and just really sitting down and looking at the way in which Myron puts it out for you to do it. I mean, I even streamlined the process a little bit, because I know he gave one way to do your book, but my way was sitting down and thinking about the topic and what I wanted to cover in the booklet. And then I just put my AirPods on, put on the dictation piece of my computer, and just started talking about that particular topic. And now I have the content pretty much probably 50% done for the next book. But, done to where now I can use that, go back and format it correctly. And now I have another book. But it's just organically coming out of me what the topic is. So, I will tell you this much. He lit a fire under me that made me want to do more, made me wanted to be more, because I know that there's somebody out there that's going to need whatever I know that's going to help them. And that was one of the things. That's why I go back to the purpose part of this, is because, somebody's sitting there unemployed. Somebody's sitting there with a gap. Somebody's sitting there needing someone to do mock interviews with them. Someone's sitting there needing some help on how do I move from this stagnant job that I feel like I'm in because I feel like I'm worth more, but I can't move to the next job. Somebody needs help in that area. Someone's raising their hand saying, what is this certification and how much does it pay? Someone's looking for those answers and they're not getting those answers. And I have the answers. It's part of my responsibility to share those answers with people.
So if you are new to business, this challenge is for you. If you are a business and you want to take it to the next level, this challenge is for you. When I tell you this 5-day challenge is a challenge, it really is. I mean, the man gives you homework assignments to complete. And what makes him so unique is that his teachings are based on biblical principles. Myron is my business coach. He's my wife's business coach. So this is coming from someone who's all in. If you are really serious about growing your business, click on the link below and join Myron's challenge. The link is an affiliate link. So if you pay to join the challenge, I get a small commission, which in turn supports the channel. But go ahead and make that move. Believe me, you'll be glad you did. See you next time.